Texas weather after a long hot summer, is it finally cooling down?
Our principal, what the day in the life as a head of our school looks like.
Getting into college, which programs can make that journey a little bit easier?
All these stories and more coming up now on NHSTV.
Thousands of migrants from Haiti have been living under a bridge in Del Rio for the past few days as the U.S. government seeks to process all of them. After suffering a devastating earthquake and the chaotic aftermath of the assassination of the Haitian president, an estimated 12,000 migrants, the majority of which are from Haiti, have arrived at the border. The Border Patrol held a press conference to speak about returning them to Haiti.
Under this request, the department would provide contracted air transportation for Customs and Border Patrol on a reimbursable basis to temporarily supplement CBP efforts to move non-U.S. citizen migrants from Del Rio, Texas, to other domestic CBP processing facilities.
The federal government has begun deportation flights, having more than 320 migrants flown back to Port-au-Prince, the capital of Haiti, on 3 flights on Sunday.
When you went out to get in your car this morning, you may have noticed the temperatures were a little cooler than you're used to. Yesterday afternoon, the temperatures in our area hit up to 105 degrees, but our first cold front is expected to hit today. Temperatures for the rest of the week will have highs in the 80s, and for much of North Texas, lows will be in the 50s. This is a little different than the lows of 70 we've been used to. This Wednesday marks the first day of fall, so it's officially time to break out those sweaters.
A new study of Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine has shown results of the vaccine in younger children. The company said that a pediatric trial of the vaccine shows it is effective in children ages 5 to 11. Any children in the future who get the vaccine will be given a lower amount than the usual dose. The company said they expect to include the data in a near-term submission to the FDA for emergency authorization of the vaccine for younger Americans. The study is not currently peer-reviewed. Moving back to our campus, we see her every day, but what does a day as Miss Jackson actually look like? NHSTV reporter Madison Mollenauer got the story.
You might have seen the Jackson interaction, but have you ever actually interacted with Jackson? Many people know her as the principal of Northwest High School, but today we're going to get an insight of the day in the life of Miss Jackson. During a day-to-day basis, Miss Jackson puts in a lot of time and effort into the school.
I get here anywhere from 6:30 a.m. on to maybe right before 8 o'clock. It's somewhere in that range. I get here pretty early. I usually set my things down. I get my cup of coffee. Always got to get my cup of coffee. That's a big deal. I'll usually spend that first hour and a half or so just kind of catching up on if I've missed any emails overnight, or maybe I've got a task that I need to work on before everybody gets here and that kind of thing. If I can do that, if I can spend that time kind of getting some things done, then I have more time to be out and about.
In the morning when Miss Jackson gets here, she likes to welcome students. Every day, Miss Jackson and the other APs like to have a morning huddle in the Mixmaster to get the day started right.
8 o'clock, I'm usually out in front of the building, usually over here on the east side, greeting students, welcoming them to school, that kind of thing. Then once we get to about 8:30, I'll go in toward the Mixmaster. I'll start greeting students there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to school. Hurry up and get to class, those kinds of things. We normally have a meeting, just a quick meeting of our administrative team and counseling team at 8:45 in the Mixmaster. We usually break it down in a little huddle kind of thing, 1, 2, 3 hustle or teamwork or whatever it is. And then we go on about our day.
She also has a few puzzling hobbies outside of school.
And then one of my weird hobbies is I like to work jigsaw puzzles if they have 2,000 pieces or more. So it's crazy. So I'll dump these puzzle pieces out on my coffee table and work on a single puzzle for like months on end, just a little bit at a time. And it's just a weird hobby that I have. So.
For NHSTV, this has been Madison Mollenauer.
Texans, don't forget the sophomore class is still selling mums starting at only $50. To order these mums, you can visit the website at tinyurl.com/NHSMums21. Also remember to get your orders in by October 1st and payments in by the 5th.
If you're a creative writer, then the Literary Faction Club might be for you. If you would like to join the club, join the meeting in the room 2310 on Wednesday during Invest. You can also talk to President Daniela Cantu or sponsor Ms. Nettleton about how to get in.
On the topic of leaders at our school, Caitlin Marsh told us what exactly STUCO brings to our school throughout the year.
STUCO stands for Student Council, and in the Student Council, we work on promoting school spirit, we work on fighting for things that we believe in, we're advocates. There's a lot of things that we do in Student Council. This year we're focusing on mental wellness, so we're looking at improving the mental health of people on our campus. To join Student Council, you just have to attend the Student Council meetings. They're in Dr. Woodard's room, room 636, and there are meetings every Monday.
If you know anyone in Student Council, make sure to give them a big thank you for their contribution to our student body.
Applying for student aid is an option available for students planning on graduating. This year, however, introduces some changes to the process. In 2019, the Texas legislature created a new graduation requirement. According to the Texas Education Agency, seniors starting with the class of 2022 will have to submit a financial aid application in order to graduate. This will be done throughout the government and economic classes. Ms. Edelman provided some insight on why they implemented this new requirement.
I think the main reason is that a lot of students didn't complete the FAFSA, so they didn't get to really know what opportunities were available for them. I think a lot of people don't want to fill out the FAFSA because they say their parents don't make too much money or they don't think they would qualify, but you probably would qualify for more than you think you would. So they just really want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity.
Just in case you haven't already, you can complete this application at fasa.gov.
On the subject of college, if you haven't heard of Common App, it is the one-stop place where you can apply for out-of-state or private colleges. Another counselor, Ms. Gentry, gave us some more info on how Common App can make the application process a little easier.
Common App is kind of like a one-stop shop when you apply for colleges. Instead of having to go to each specific college's website and apply to each specific website with lots of different information in all kinds of different places, you apply to one place. So it's going to have about 900 colleges loaded there. Going to be a lot of out-of-state colleges and private colleges. So if that's where you're headed, that's what you need to be using.
Last Friday's Spirit Day was Mismatch, and the most spirited was Miss Forbes. Congratulations.
Volleyball plays tonight at 6:30 p.m. against Richland in the Big Gym, and varsity tennis plays away at 4:30 against Denton. So we wish our Texans the best of luck.
Tune in to tomorrow's show to meet a student who traveled pretty far from home.
And we find out what you would do in a zombie apocalypse.
Thank you so much for watching, Texans. This has been NHSTV Live.